And we always use soil, the black soil, actually forest soil. The one which is very black with a lot of nutrients. We mix with sand. Right? Yes. We mix, the ratio can be 2:1 or 3:1 depending on the type of the soil you've gotten. So after mixing very well, we put into the pots like you've seen. These ones have not worked. We just collected from their side because others have died, others have dried, and others are coming up. So we put in our pots like this. Here in the pot we've said we put a mixture of forest soil with some little sand. Mixed together, then we put in the pots. So from here, Moses,
the one we remove from there.
And actually some organic manure like cow dung or poultry droppings. So, yes, sand is, the ratio is...
So that's how planting is done. That's important.
So after planting, you again do the watering, and then you go and press them where those
categories belong.
Yes, to the different categories, because you already know the variety you put into the pot, so you press it where it belongs. So that's how the process is done. After planting, like he has transplanted today, he keeps watering every day, morning and evening. Because this shoot is very young, it has been introduced to a new environment, from the chambers to the pot. It is exposed, much as we have the shade net, but it is not in the plastic bags. It's like you carry a baby for 9 months. Inside the mother's womb, the temperatures are different. When you give birth to the baby, the outside environment is also different. And that's why for the women, when you give birth, the baby is kept inside the house for some time as he or she gets used to the environment. So this is what is done with the banana shoots also. You put them in the polythene bag and you press under the shade net. But you make sure you keep watering morning and evening, because if you don't do that, it will dry off and die.
You demonstrate what you're saying, because an ordinary farmer would want to see. If the baby, for example, you have put your baby, and you see how fresh the baby is after from the womb. That womb, you see where you are from. That's the womb. You have cut it and then you have put it in. But you see now the external environment. So the baby is being affected, right? So that's why the watering must be constant as you feed the baby. And that we call it technically hardening process. It might take also 3 weeks to 1 month in order to get a very grown-up child who is now ready for planting. That's a good question. Can you answer his question, the technical, the ratios?
So
manure, sand, and the forest soil.
So the ratios is 1, 2, 3. Sand is 1. If you're using wheelbarrows, you use 1 wheelbarrow of sand, 2 wheelbarrows of black soil, no, 2 wheelbarrows of manure, and 3 wheelbarrows of black soil.
So it is 3:2 to 1.
It can be the other way around.
So now this is
the question. Why do you use the forest sand?
The forest soil, because it has to grow in the soil. That forest soil has a lot of nutrients. It is black. It has not been exposed, because you can't go to that garden and get that soil. It has already worked for so many years and it is exhausted already.
Forest black soil is rich in nutrients.
And it is
well
aerated.
Well aerated. Then adding in manure would mean that you are supporting the forest soil so that you get enough nutrients to support the growth of this plant.
Then sand, it is for drainage. When you put apply water, and the cavera must have the holes perforations. When you put water, the excess one, drainage.
We never wanted to go into too much science, but we're bringing scientific questions and we can't avoid it. Let's go and see the hardened material now.
He has a question.
The other one, is it spoiled? Because I saw the other one with some small root. What about the other one? Can it survive?
This one here? No, this one cannot, because this is what we cut and we left the base in the chambers for more development. Because this one doesn't have any roots and therefore it's going to grow.